Super Bowl. Hi guys. This year is a little bit different when it comes to Super Bowl ads. Because of the pandemic, a few brands have decided to sit out the kind of mainstream media buy and do things a bit differently. Budweiser is one of those brands. Let's check it out. Hey guys, my name's JP. This is the $1 Billion Haters Club. Budweiser is one of those brands that shows up almost every year without fail to the Super Bowl. They spend a huge amount of money on stars and talent and activations and the media buy itself. And they really kind of embrace the fact of having a Bud while you're watching the Super Bowl. So for them to make a stand this year and decide that they're not going to run a traditional Super Bowl ad is a really big deal. I'm an ad guy, I work in ad land, and I really know what goes behind the scenes when it comes to making these decisions and making ads like this. So the Super Bowl is my Christmas. I look forward to Super Bowl ads with a huge amount of excitement, and it's really kind of the cream of the crop. It's the best of, talent and budgets and production companies and everyone kind of coming together and really fighting amongst what is a heavy competition to make your ad stand out from the crowd. So Budweiser's done things a bit differently this year. They decided not to run a Super Bowl ad during the Super Bowl itself, but they are still trying to ride the wave of the Super Bowl with a bit of publicity and a message around doing things differently because of the pandemic that's currently out there. So let's watch it and then we're going to break it down.
The thing about America is we can do anything.
Lean on me when you're not strong.
We can turn rooftops
I'll be your friend.
into mountaintops.
I'll help you carry on.
We can turn boundaries into common ground. We can turn solitude into closeness. And screen time into playtime. Silent stadiums, let them hear the roar of history being written.
This historic 2020 NBA championship.
We turn waiting and waiting and waiting into dancing and whatever that is. And together, let's turn our strength into hope.
So look, that's a great ad. It's still an ad. They don't want you to think it's an ad, but that's still an ad. It still probably costs them a bucket load of money to make that. So they've had to license a bunch of footage. The track that they've got wouldn't have been cheap as well. Obviously, it's a bit cheaper than actually going and making a traditional ad and having a whole production team there and shooting things itself. But what they're getting here is the benefit of feeling like Budweiser is doing the right thing. They're getting the PR story around it being 37 years since they made a real ad, but this still is an ad. It's got the logo on the end. It makes you feel good. But, it's the way it's done and the way it's executed. All these kind of moments from the year, like during COVID, it really kind of targets the human spirit and our ability to kind of overcome difficult challenges. So that message is great. And I think for Budweiser to be able to get that association with their brand and for people to feel like they're doing more than just running an ad this year, it's a big deal and it's actually really quite clever. But for me, being able to kind of understand what happens behind the scenes and how these decisions are made, it's clearly disingenuous and they've still made an ad at the end of the day. But hey, it's good entertainment. It'll probably win some awards. Lot to like here. And the other thing that's really clever about this is it is a COVID ad, and we've seen so many COVID ads at this point, and a lot of them are actually very similar, and they all talk about it's a year of unprecedented change. We need to stick together. We need to do these things. So they've kind of they've tapped into the cultural zeitgeist of now. So they've really kind of played off the time. So it feels relevant. But they've done it all without actually kind of literally or explicitly talking about COVID. So they've found ways to kind of allude to it. So that scene where the walls come down and the guy basically turns his fence into a table, but it's still, 1.5 meters apart from his neighbor, is really speaking to COVID, but they're doing it in a clever way without actually needing to say it. And we've just been, drummed over the head by now with so many different COVID ads and messages. So it is a smart thing to do, not to kind of go down and use that language explicitly, but it's still smart to kind of find those culturally relevant moments that make it feel appropriate for 2021 and the year that we've been through. So super clever overall, but certainly at the end of the day, a bit disingenuous, which is the only thing I hate about this. So what did you think? Let me know in the comments below. My name's been JP. Help us out. We're on our way to getting 1,000 subscribers. That's the magic number. That's what's going to